Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing SALAMANGREAT. I wanted to revisit it because I changed my deck up completely and I felt like it needed to get another showcase. This is the deck, guys, I used to get master rank, so make sure you leave a like and subscribe. My opponent looks like he's on some kind of bestial Tearlamenr package, starting off with the Kiklos. How I like to play against Tearlamenr is I feel like Kiklos is the big negate. But it looks like my opponent also is on a branded package. This is a pretty strong deck. Really baiting out the negate really well. Luckily for me, I have a Veiler in hand too. So I'm going to use that Veiler on the Aluber, negating those two guys. Big plays on my opponent's part if that would have been successful. Leaving me with the 3 cards in hand. Honestly, this is all I need to go full combo. And that just seals the deal. But there's not much interruption I can play through with this. Or I can play through it, but there's not much interruption prevention. We're going to go into Bailings to start off the combo. Bailings, Lady Debug is the optimal normal, but all of the monsters are really good normals, all the SALAMANGREATs. We're going to use Code of Souls effect and then go into a Hita here. I go into Hita to trigger the Gazelle. I'm going for an OTK, so I really got a little greedy. I will almost pay the price. This was my rank up game. So Promethean Princess is here. We're going to get ourselves back our Gazelle, and we're going to go into our Pyro or Raging Phoenix. Now we're in a really good spot here. Raging Phoenix upgrading itself to a number 2, which means that this card will let me add a card, and it's pretty much juiced for a lot of SALAMANGREAT effects. Now I grabbed the Will here because, like I said, I'm going for an OTK, and I use Spinny and SALAMANGREAT Weasel to go into the Synchro of choice. The Synchro is crazy in this deck. I don't get why you would play Burst Griffin when you have Fire Prince here available to you, or Horse Prince. This card's crazy. Searching for any level 3. I might as well get an SP Little Knight, because I don't know if I'll be able to finish this. So Will, we're going to be able to special summon 4 due to the Will, which is insane. That Will effect is very not very commonly used, but hey, it comes in clutch. We're going to get ourselves out a Pyro Phoenix, and now this is where I kind of mess up. I use the Weasel effect to go into a Raging Phoenix. You never want to do that. You just pick the next highest one, and I learned the hard way. Now, I could have also did something with this to get a little bit of damage, but I decided to not use my Bailings because I thought the Raging Phoenix would trigger. That is the only big mistake I make with this deck, but it will cost me some plays. I probably would have had lethal there, but we're going to use Raging Phoenix's effect to get an extra push of damage, which is going to be 5,600. Destroying the Aluber. Should have not destroyed that first as well, because that negated my SP Little Knight's effect for the rest of the turn. And it also gave him another attack to defend himself with even less life points. Now we're going to rank up one more time into SALAMANGREAT Pyro Phoenix, but this is where I also misplayed my head. I thought I had another Pyro Phoenix available to me. Turns out I don't. So my only interruption on board right now is SP Little Knight and a Princess. He has access to Branded Fusion right away, which is crazy, and that Retribution to get the branded opening, so he'll have some kind of backup play. Branded Fusion's going to activate, and I feel like this would be a good time to SP here. I like that Albion can't be used as a material, kind of burning out some of material, hopefully, and we're going to use that. He still gets his effect and everything, but he's missing a Dark Fusion, so he's going to have to use his Kiklos. Banishing Kiklos means that his Tearlamenr engine's completely out of the water now. Light target, we're going to see him banish an Albion from grave. We're going to also see him use the branded opening. He looks like he's trying to go for a push of his own. I still think we're in a decent spot, all things considered. Pyro Phoenix is gone, and our SP is gone. So, looks like he's just building up that big push. Let's see what he can do. Gold Sarcophagus is here as well, which is he just has all of the search cards he needs. The Tri-Brigade card is going to get him Spriggan's Kit, which can special summon itself, and also search for a spell or trap by returning another card to hand or deck. But Let's see what he can do. He goes for a good amount of damage. Spriggan's Kit, that leaves me with 1500. He searches for this trap, and honestly at this point I'm like, I think I'm done. All he needs to do is go into Masquerade, burn me a few times. Tearlamenr is a really good draw. This is really going to bait out a lot of my opponent's negates. But Tearlamenr is a free combo into the rank 3 Mirage Stallia. So he gets a Draco Duplacia out, and we're going to get ourselves our Takum Tomborg. He's going to get another search card. He's also going to draw another card. This Brandy Regain is getting him so many draws. I see my play. I really need to recycle some of my big boss monsters somehow. And by doing that, I feel like Mirage Stallia is a really good pick to out some cards. Mirage Stallia, he's going to detach, and this was honestly negate bait. Did the job perfectly, just what I wanted. Mirage Stallia's return effect is really what I'm concerned with. So we're going to use that Spitty Engrave, and we're going to go into Mirage Stallia plus our Spitty to go into Sunlight Wolf. This will bait out the Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade's gone. We're going to rank up using the Sunlight Wolf to get SALAMANGREAT, the Will, back to our hand. I'm going to also normal summon the Jaguar and get the Code of Soul. I didn't know you can normal summon or set it. That is surprising to me, but Balinx is here nonetheless. We're going to use these guys to get the Weasel into the grave as well to kind of get some more princess plays. And we're going to go into our last Raging Phoenix as of now. That's why I had to get that Jack into the graveyard. But unfortunately, it doesn't matter because I used the Sanctuary and I can't use Code of Soul. Really didn't think it through, but we did get our free Pyro Phoenix, and Princess is going to be able to come out, and that's going to trigger the Raging Phoenix and Grave. So this is the lethal push I needed during my other turn, but luckily I think we're going to be able to push through now because we're going to hit him for 29, another 1,000, and all we need is that 800 from Pyro Phoenix to finish this off. We summoned another attack position monster that actually mattered, the funny part. But yeah, that's game. That was a 7-minute. That was our rank up game into Master. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, going second again. We were playing against Horus, man. This matchup was absolutely insane. I had to show it off for you guys. My opponent is on Horus Naturia. Honestly, I really want to give this deck a try. This is probably the strongest Horus setup I've ever seen. The amount of level 12s this deck can get out is absolutely insane to me. You guys are about to find out the chaoticness of this duel. Our opponent's going to go to their first 12 of the day, which is going to be Final Sigma. This is just a generic 12. I understand it. Not a big deal. I'm not worried. He just sent for 2 of his other Horus's cards and Naturia Blessing to bring out another level 4, an 8. That's a Crimson Dragon right now. And instantly what I'm thinking in my head is Calamity Lock. I know the lock. I've played it in Stardust Adventure too many times. But my opponent is going crazy with it. He's going to get a negate as well with it. Cosmic Blazar. Hey, don't worry. We're not done yet. Another Horus card plus Synchro Rumble is going to equal another 12. And that's going to be another Crimson Dragon. So the Calamity Lock is still a big threat right now. He gets his last Horus card, but leaves it on the field. Because if any of those cards I destroy, he's going to draw 4 cards. SALAMANGREAT Circle is here. Ash Blossom is chain 2. This is where I knew he messed up. Crimson Dragon on a Chain Link 2 is going to cause, or Chain Link 3 is going to cause the Calamity to miss timing. I had the Imperm in hand as bait. I was really trying to save it. He didn't get to activate that effect, so that Calamity was useless to him. He's going to still get that Cosmic Blazar, but he's going to have to waste it on Imperm. So I just took out all of my opponent's interruption in one fatal swoop. But we're still going. We're going to use Takum Tomborg and Speedroid Tearlamenr. This is the engine I really wanted to express. It's an easy way to get full combo, and you guys will see shortly. But these plays triggered his Naturia cards. So we are now in danger of Naturia locks as well. We're going to use the Mirage Stallia while we still can, and we're going to search for the Will. but that's going to trigger the flower to search for the negate Andy card. The Daisy really likes the negate card, so now we're under some pressure here. We're going to go into Sunlight Wolf. The reason why I go into Sunlight Wolf here is to bait out trying to use one of those awesome negates. But he has that Camilla effect he can use once. So it's pretty much 2 negates per turn. I'm still pushing through. Weasel is the second negate of choice. So Weasel is going to get destroyed, but that's fine. At least we got rid of the main combo piece. But with Will and Weasel in rotation, we're still in a really tremendous spot, because this is the second crazy part of this engine. Force Prince, it searches so many different combo pieces for the deck. I could have searched the Code of Soul, but I really needed some kind of interaction pieces, so I had to go for a Gazelle. We get the Gazelle into Graveyard and get the Balinks. I haven't got the field spell yet, but also Sunlight Wolf is going to be able to add me a card to hand, so I'm going to get that Gazelle into hand for future. I won't be able to special summon it now, but that's fine. But we're going to go into Promethean Princess. We're still in a really good spot. We won't be able to OTK, that's for sure. But with Horse Prince and Promethean Princess, we can still get our ace monster out, Raging Phoenix. And this card is absolutely busted, especially with Sanctuary, because now we're going to be able to go into a link, double link, to bring out some more removal or spell and trap. I'm going to choose removal for this one, and I'm also going to get the Roar back. We're just getting a huge amount of interaction here. I'm going to target that Mirage Stalio to trigger some Promethean Princess effects. We search for an Ash, which is really nice. We'll be able to have an Ash for my opponent's next turn. I'm really worried about that Mole. And we're going to destroy that draw card, because I really don't want to give him free draws, and I also don't want to give him the ability to completely destroy my cards for no reason. That's another Pyro Phoenix. We're going to go to battle. We're going to take out the Mathmic. We're going to take out the Raging Phoenix. I'm going to go into another Link 4 because I want Promethean Princess in the graveyard. And there it is, Pyro Phoenix. We're going to set one more and pass. Our opponent's going to get that Cosmic Blazar Dragon back again. But this is my moment to strike. I see 4 cards. Our opponent's going to try to use that Cosmic Blazar to use its interruption skills. But Roar, that's a perfect Roar target. Being able to out the King Sarcophagus and the Calamity, because those cards are going to be big for me. I unfortunately don't get to out the Horus, but that's fine. Gazelle gets to come out, and I do send for a Jaguar for plays for my next turn. This is where I'm kind of scared. King Sarcophagus coming out. I instantly get rid of the Hoppy, because Hoppy is the one that really enables a lot of the recursion plays. I'm still saving my Ash Blossom for that last piece of removal, but my opponent still has 3 big cards. He's going to use that Cricket, and Ash Blossom is luckily here for the Cricket. Man, this deck is really strong. The amount of interruptions he just played through is absolutely insane to me. Naturia Blessing is here. Now he's going to get a 12 and another search of some sort later on. He's going to get rid of the draw one to get out Super Heavy Samurai Brave Masurama. I shouldn't have pronounced that. I'm going to get butchered in the comments, but that's fine. We're going to have to use Balinks once, just to kind of bait out as many of the Horus / King Sarcophagus attacks and effects as possible. My opponent is ending on a negate, Omni Negate, a Monster Negate, and a draw 3 if I activate any spells. So I'm going to try to go through my monster effects as much as possible to start off here, and we're going to see what we're going to be able to do. Jaguar is here. I'm going to try to attempt to recycle a Sunlight Wolf. My opponent's not even going to allow that, so I just got rid of the negate parts, which is really good. But we still have luckily we still have our big gun, which is the Pyro Phoenix board wipe. We're going to be able to board wipe my opponent's 3 cards. He's going to try to summon the Cricket. Luckily, that won't work because it's after my effects. So he still loses his card. I still get my my next monster for attack points. We go for our 2 boss monsters and finish this game out. Man, we've had some really good games. I hope you guys are enjoying. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. We're going to go into 2 more big, huge games for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, going first. Excellent first hand. I wish it was Ash Blossom instead of a Maxi, but that's completely fine. Looks like our opponent's going to use Imperm on our Terratop. Hey, that's fine. I got a free level 3 out of it. I'm not complaining. Gazelle is here. I'm going to send for that Will of Fire. And we're going to use the Will as well to get ourselves out. What's it called? A search. So Will for the Salamangreat of Fire. We're getting our fire cards up and running. Our opponent's going to use that Dogmatica. He searched for Labyrinth, Butler. He's also going to be able to pop another thing, and we're going to get ourselves a Weasel. He chooses to destroy the level 3 Terratop, which makes sense. Terratop, he just saw me search for a Weasel. He's really trying to keep me out of my Xyz and Synchro plays, but linking is just as good, bro. I'm completely fine with that move, and we will see shortly that Weasel plus, what's it called? Weasel plus Balinx is fine enough for me. We're going to get ourselves our Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf to link 2, and we're going to be able to end our turn there. Wish I could have done more, but I feel like Maxi plus an effect failure, my opponent has 3 cards. We're not in a bad spot. Now my opponent has 4 cards. He has the Evenly. I put everything onto this Will. He drew into Labyrinth cards, so he has a Labyrinth trap now. And he's going to set another trap, so he has 2 traps. So we're not out of the races yet. Silent Mining is a really good card, especially if we don't know if he's going to take a card out of my hand or my field. I still feel confident in whatever happens. He's going to use his Labyrinth monster to be able to search sooner or later, but it looks like he also has access to the big welcome. So he's going to be able to search for a trap. He's going to search for an Imperm. And he's also going to be able to recycle into the Silver Castle lovely Labyrinth, which will be able to pop a card of choice. Now I'm going to use the Will effect, and we're going to see what he's going to pop here. There's options. There's no... There's probably... there's no wrong answers. With the amount of cards we have and the board state, it's still anybody's game here. He's favorable. Especially with a pop, but he did choose the monster, but I had a Balinx, so that's unfortunate. But Silent Mining, my goal is to not let it go to another turn, so it looks like Silent Mining is going to have to get me some bread and butter here to really get my stuff going. Lovely Labyrinth is here, so it looks like he's trying to prepare for his next turn. Lady Debug is the best normal in the deck. He's going to go into a Balinx as well as get us a Link monster for our Code of Soul. We're going to use that Code of Soul effect because that's the only way we can go into an extra double Link this turn or this duel, because Sanctuary is gone. We had to banish it. Gazelle is here, and Gazelle, we're going to pitch the Roar. I felt like the strongest play was to go for a push instead of crazy play. Now, if you guys didn't notice there, I completely skipped the Princess Summon, but it won't matter, luckily, because we're going to pop to bring back that Princess, and Princess is going to bring back the Raging Phoenix. I mean, we did plus off that. Oh, no, we didn't plus, because we're going right back to a different Link. The Pyro Phoenix is the Link of choice, and we're going to go into another Pyro Phoenix to board wipe my opponent. Roar's also going to be Chain Link 2, making it harder to interrupt. And we're going to see it resolve, taking out 4 cards, going to battle. We're going to use the Salamangreat of Fire to then go into a Raging Phoenix with a huge amount of attack power, kind of building a good wall for us. And we're going to have 2 traps with our opponent having 2 cards. We know that's... No, we don't know what card that... Oh, we actually do know what card that is. That is... the card of choice was the other Labyrinth guy that special summons if you activate a trap. But we're going to use Roar. We're going to stop the big welcome, and our opponent's going to surrender. A lot of grindy games for you guys today. I hope you're enjoying it. We got one more huge game for you, and then we're going to go into the deck list. All right, another going second game. This deck does not prefer to go second, but we're going to try our best here. We are playing a good amount of interruptions, so we're not complaining. We opened up pretty good. Nibiru, Effect Veiler, and Imperm, as well as Debug and a Salamangreat Circle. I haven't seen a card that's worth a Veiler or Imperm just yet. He's going into Eldritch plays. I hate Eldritch. It's not as good as it used to be, luckily. Man, guys, I remember playing against Eldritch in the way beginning of this stuff, and Eldritch was brutal. He's going to set 2, pop 1 to bring back the Eldritch to hand, which will end up special summoning it. So he's going through a pretty strong turn 1 combo. I go for the Nibiru. I might have went for it early, because that also triggered his ability to go for grass. Now I'm seeing grass. I see a lot of cards in that extra deck, or that deck of his, so I'm like, I'm in danger. He's getting a good amount of cards, but we're gonna try our best to play around it and play through it. Mizuzuki is gonna get Union Zombie. That is a huge Imperm or Veiler target. I'm gonna take it. Our opponent's also gonna reveal a trap that will give him the ability to set one of his trap cards. Eldritch is a huge deck that's still... Zombie is still hugely strong. I just got OTK'd by the Mayakashi cards because they have a really easy OTK strats. You have to be careful. We get Gazelle here. We have Lady Debug. So we're going to use Lady Debug. Unfortunately, our opponent does have the Ash Blossom in hand. That isn't the worst thing in the world, but that is a big thing. So we're going to go into Balinx using our Lady Debug. We're going to be playing this differently for sure with no soul, but we'll see if we can come out on top. Sanctuary, we're going to use Balinx as our card of choice. Balinx is going to be able to special summon Gazelle, and I kind of see some kind of a line here. Using Spinny and using our Balinx in this, we're going to be able to go into the Hiata. Hiata is going to be able to go into anything he chooses because that Ash Blossom he used on me. So we're going to go into Princess, and we're going to go into Raging Phoenix on one side and really try to go for some cooking ability on the other. Using that Hita and Princess, we're going to get out our ace monster, which is the Raging Phoenix. Man, this card is so cool. It's so fun. Love it. Spinny and Gazelle are going to go into our Mirage Stalio. Really why we have to go into Mirage Stalio is we're missing a lot of core pieces, and Will is going to fix that up for us, getting us Weasel and also getting us our Sunlight Wolf to get another search. Mirage Stalio is also going to get rid of that Nibiru token, and we're going to go into another Raging Phoenix. Now we get our last piece of interruption, and we're also going to be able to get out our Mirage Stalio to get some bigger attack damage. Paratop isn't bad if we didn't use it in the beginning of the duel, which I don't think we did. But Princess is here for some little bit of extra damage. We're going to set 3. Honestly, I regret that. I could have got evenly matched so easily here. But it looks like my opponent's going to use his zombie card to kind of protect him. But that's fine. We're going to go into our Pyro, or another Raging Phoenix to make it double linked to get rid of the Princess as well. Now he's going to use another one of his traps, and he's also going to use one of the traps on the field to special summon itself. I kind of see what cards are my targets and which aren't. So he's going to draw for turn, and I'm going to fire off Salamangreat Rage as soon as possible. Popping all 4 of those cards, making them not a threat to me. And we're going to see him go into Doom King Bardock, as well as have that vampire out. Now I'm also going to get rid of my Raging Phoenix now, because I did its job, and I'm going to use it to get rid of the Bardock. So Raging Phoenix also comes back with an attack boost, and we see our opponent only has now left 2 cards instead of he had a good amount on the first turn. But there's Roar. We're gonna negate the Eldritch and leave him with that 1 card. Looks like this is his final play, which is to cycle the Mizuki, and he tried to do the OTK on me. This card is a 1 card deck out, so instantly I knew. I was like, I'm imperming that. You're not getting the Moikashi cards. Sorry, not sorry. And that's when he's gonna activate his Elixir to search for another Outledge card, and then he surrenders. But guys, at least we won it. We didn't misplay it tremendously, but that was a really tough grind out game. All of our matches. I'll see you guys in the deck list. Alright guys, this is the deck list of choice. Not many things I would change. It's huge. It's tremendous. You're playing a few different packages. Majority of it's going to be Cybers, of course. But you also are playing the small Speedroid package. Man, it's so good. I really love if you start off with a Speedroid and a really good normal. It doesn't matter what they have. You're going to have enough interruption to really finish it. Things to change around in the deck. Wicked is still good enough to play. So is Hita. I don't really think there's anything you'd want to change. You could play at Meta Revelance, which Red Reboot or something, instead of Cross Out. But I really think the most interruptible cards are Imperm, Ash, Baylor, and Maxi. Also Nib, I've seen a little bit more in the format, so I decided to include that in this list. At first, when I was starting to make the climb, I was about to get D-ranked actually, because I got like Nib 2 games in a row. I have some more clips. I'm going to make it into another video for another time, just so I have some backup footage. But those clips you'll see, they were good too, but I feel like these were just really strong, and I'm really proud of how I did the climb this time, because honestly guys, this deck made my climb extremely easier than normal. The resilience of this deck, sometimes if you run out of the only way you lose in the grind game is you run out of extra deck cards, but that's what Jack and Sunlight Wolf are there for, as well as you just run out of monster gas. Like, you go through your will, your normals like Debug, Jack, and Weasel, and your Code of Soul. But honestly guys, deck's a lot of fun. I recommend it to any of the new players, because it's not as unbudget as you think, especially because a lot of these cards are available in a structure deck. Only thing you're not going to be able to get is Promethean and the 7 cards in the extra and the hand traps and stuff, but that's completely possible with a brand new account to the new players out there. So thanks for watching guys. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace guys.